So there is much more to being a man than those testosterone, those 20 packs, those muscles. Yes, they are complementary, but there are things that fundamentally make you a man, especially a man who wants to be respected. So in today's video, I am going to ask you that question. Are you man enough? Are you a man that is respected? Do you know how to earn your respect? Do you know how to be a man? Guys, we are back. How is everyone out there doing? I hope we're all looking after ourselves. So I received a call from a cousin who is in America. He accused me for not catering for men. He accused me for dedicating all my conversations here on this channel to women. Why is it that you haven't said anything to us? So guys, this is going to be my first time speaking directly to men. It is another freestyle. I respect men, and as a traditional woman, it is important to me. So if you're new here, my name is Jayden. I hope you listen and watch this video to the end. If you haven't subscribed, please do so right away and give me a thumbs up if you enjoy. So guys, the first thing that makes you a man to be respected is when you become a hunter. Yes, men naturally are created to hunt. Guys, you need to hunt, you need to protect, and you need to provide. This is your natural position as a man. When you hunt, it means you go out to hustle. You go out to get that food. You go out to get those resources. The same thing applies to protecting the people that you care for, protecting your woman, protecting your children, protecting your family, your relatives, your siblings, as well as protecting every other vulnerable person around you. You have to provide. This is primarily your duty as a man. I know I get the controversy. This is another very sensitive conversation, especially when you think of the narrative by some feminist women who think it's okay to swap gender, it's okay to swap roles, it's okay to be a provider as a woman, it's okay to cater for the family as a woman, it's okay to do all those jobs and bring back food home, essentially to become a hunter. These conversations are nuanced, and my intention today is not to go into any of this controversy. I am going to give you my opinion, and my opinion is that men should hunt. My opinion is that men should provide and protect. There is something about providing, guys. There is something about making that financial decisions. There is something about taking up that responsibility as a man and not relegating it to your woman. Yes, again, I know there are women who go into relationships and something happens. Life happens sometimes, and before you know it, it could be physical incapacity, it could be mental incapacity. You end up catering for the family, bringing in the money, paying the bills. But then these are the exceptions and not the rule. So when you as a man thinks it's okay to solely depend on a woman financially and relegate those financial responsibilities, you think it's okay for a woman to decide what is paid on that house because she pays. You think it's okay for a woman to change the cars. You think it's okay for a woman to pay the bills. Guys, this is wrong. You're mortgaging your ego as a man. You're mortgaging your position as a man, because remember, he who pays the piper dictates the tune. Even going back to the story of Adam and Eve. So guys, this is very important, and that is why I made it my number one point. You have to hunt, you have to protect, and you have to provide for your family. And the next point, guys, is leadership. This is another very important point. And again, it flows from the previous point. You have to be the leader, you have to lead. This is not leadership by bullying. This is not leadership by control. You lead by influence. You lead by showing example to others. You lead by having conversation. You lead when you're patient and you're open-minded. You're not closed-minded. You value other people's opinion. That is leadership. Naturally, people will listen to you. It's often misunderstood, especially by some of our brothers out there who will readily quote the version of the Bible where women are told to be submissive to their husbands. Again, as a traditional woman, I believe that a man should lead, and I strongly believe that a woman should submit to their husband. But I also think it's important for you as a husband, as a boyfriend, as a partner, to pay attention to how you treat that woman. You don't even ask a woman to submit if you're doing what you have to do as a man. It's like asking someone to respect you. Respect is not something you ask for. You earn it because of your lifestyle. You earn it because of the way you carry yourself. So when you tell people around you, especially your wives, your girlfriends, you have to submit to me, I am the man, you're literally going about it in a mechanical way. And that means there is a default on your side. There is a defect on your own part. When you play those roles as a masculine man, as a provider and as a protector, and as a man who shows influence, who leads by influence, women, we are not that complicated. It's actually easy to get a woman to love and to submit to you, but then it has to flow from you. The next point, guys, is knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge will give you abundance of wealth. Knowledge is money. You have to know your stuff. Guys, it doesn't have to be, again, a university education. And it doesn't have to be generalized knowledge. So it can be a specialized knowledge where you focus and narrow down your learning and just hone in on something. You must be good at something. Nothing is more attractive than a man who has a solution for every problem. If you don't know, learn. Ask other men. Learn a new skill. Research. Google. Go on the internet. Watch videos on YouTube. My God, YouTube is one place you can learn anything. It is not always about entertainment. So as a man, you have to know what is wrong with that dishwasher. You have to know why that gas is not coming up when I turn it on. Most women are crap when it comes to DIY. I mean, with the exception of some of us out there who know their stuff. Someone like me, I have no clue how to do any DIYs. And I would appreciate even if you can pay for someone to do them, even if you don't have to do them physically, you need to know how to do your stuff. You need to develop your skills. Knowledge is power. And when you have knowledge, people look up to you. When you have the right information, others look up to you. And your women, your families, your children, everyone will take you seriously and respect you because you're that man who always has a solution. Now, the next point is for you to listen. Guys, this is one thing you don't do so much. Yes, I know we talk non-stop. Yes, I know we are dramatic sometimes, but some other times there is actually a reason behind that drama. You need to listen to your women. You need to pay attention. And listening means you're displaying the right and positive body language. You're welcoming. You don't listen and you're showing the body language, oh, this woman again, I am completely bored of your stories. No, you have to listen and you need to be validating those fears. You need to be validating those concerns. Because at the end of the day, guys, women go through a lot of things. It's a lot to be a woman. It's a lot to be a functional woman in this society. We parent, we look after ourselves, we deal with all these hormonal changes. It depends on the time of the month, and then when you think about some of us who actually work full time. So there are so many things we do as women. You as a man, you have to listen, you have to validate. And yes, you need to be a shoulder. You need to be a voice when we can't speak. And you need to listen and validate those fears. So the next point is to look after yourselves. Again, this is one thing most men do not do. I'm not talking about superficially, even though nothing is wrong with grooming yourself. Research shows that women fall sick more often. They visit their doctors more often. Men, on the other hand, do not fall ill. They do not visit their doctors. But guess what? They die quicker. The reason is not because women have more diseases, but men naturally do not seek help. Men naturally do not seek medical intervention early. Men often have this ego that makes them think, oh, I am okay, I'm a man, I don't have anything wrong with me, I don't have to be sick, I'm not a woman. What is my business going into the doctor and getting told off by one 18-year-old or 25-year-old who just finished medical school? As a man, you need to be going to see your doctor routinely. You need to pay attention to your health. You need to pay attention to your blood pressure, especially when you're a man of a particular age. You need to pay attention to what you eat. You need to pay attention to your cholesterol level. When you're talking about those DIYs I mentioned earlier, you're not just doing them because you want to make the life of your woman easy, but you're burning those calories. You're getting involved, you're becoming more active, and you're moving around because you are not getting younger. And you have family that you care for, you have family that look up to you. I don't care how much I would inherit in your life insurance, as well as how much you have in the will for me and the kids. I want you to be alive. When you're concerned about anything, when there is something happening that you're not used to, that is not familiar, go and see your doctor and get checked out. My next point is for you to know your currency. There is again something very attractive when you meet or you relate with a man who has a lot of financial information, a lot of knowledge about finance. So you need to have that financial intelligence. You need to know your currency. You need to know about saving. You need to know about investment. And you actually need to continuously develop your financial exposure. You need to develop your financial intelligence and growth, because at the end of the day, you are a role model. The children are looking up to you, your wife is looking up to you, the families are looking up to you. So you don't want to be financially ignorant. You need to know what the shares are. You need to know what currency you trade in. You need to know what are investments. So again, this is not something you need to go back to university to study. You don't need to go back to study accountancy or accounting and finance, banking and finance. No. Just one click on YouTube, you will have tons and tons of information about finance, about investment. Make little investments. Put away something in your savings. Plan for tomorrow. You never know. And you don't wait until you get to a particular status financially before you begin to put some things away. These are things we find very attractive in men. Women want to be assured of their security. Women want to be assured of the security of their children. So if you see a woman who is not yet involved with someone and they are paying attention, they are taking a lot into consideration, you don't blame them. Women want to know that their offsprings will be catered for, that they are not going to bring children into this world to suffer hardship, all form of deprivation, Yes, it is important as a man, know your coin, know your currency, and plan for tomorrow. The next point is to nurture. I know again, this one might ruffle some feathers. It's portrayed to be the sole responsibility of women to nurture, to cater for, to care for those children, and again, look after themselves. That is wrong. You don't want to be that father or that partner who enters the house and everybody takes to their heels. People are running away from you. Oh, he's bad. Oh, that is bad. No. Remember, we're talking about that safe space. That is why it is called the first unit of socialization. That is family. Family is a safe zone. Family is where we are allowed to be vulnerable. Family is where we are allowed to make mistakes. So if you're a father, you have to think about it. You need to give people that platform. Your wife, your kids, your partners, give them that platform to know and feel that support, to know and feel that reassurances. You don't want to be overcritical. Yes, it's okay to be boundaried with kids. Yes, it's okay to draw the line at some point. Yes, it's okay. But you don't want to be that person who is known to always be overcritical. Nothing works for you because you think you're the best, or the children are not doing this because their mom is not showing them this. No, you're scaring them away from you. You are not nurturing. So you have to provide that conducive environment that children can grow and thrive in. You have to pay attention to those words you say. Are you nurturing with your words? Are you telling them who they want to be? Are you reminding them how skilled and talented they are? You have to create and nurture with your words. So guys, it is important you don't leave these roles to women. You all need to get involved. Now, the next point is to be kind. To be kind to people around you. Be kind to strangers. Men do a lot of things unconsciously just because of the way they are created. But now, guys, we are growing, we're evolving. When you enter into that restaurant, pay attention to that waiter. Pay attention to that person that brings you a glass of wine. Just say thank you. It makes a difference. The same way you will come back to your house and be served that food, don't take it for granted. Don't think, yes, after all, I bought the food. After all, I provided the money for the food items. No, someone made that food for you. It is an extension of love. It is a show of love. So you have to appreciate that. You have to acknowledge that, and you have to say thank you and validate that effort. Also is a reflection of our love and how we feel about the people who we associate ourselves emotionally with. It's okay to tell a woman, I love you, I'm going to go to the moon and back for you in 24 hours. You know, all those sweet nothings. But the last time I checked, love is an action word, is a doing word. You have to show me love. Yes, occasionally you might want to verbalize them, but I think the most form of love is when we take action, when we do things, when we make sacrifices. So you have to pay attention to that. Finally, guys, I want to end this video by saying it's okay to be vulnerable. Even as a man, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to reflect and to learn from those mistakes. Do not let that ego come in your way to say sorry if you need to. If you need to bring stability to your home or in your relationship, take responsibility. Say, yes, I got it wrong. I shouldn't have done this one. I should have thought about it the other way. It will make our lives easier as your women. So guys, that is it for me. Hopefully my cousin in Georgia will be happy that I've said something to the guys. I hope to return with more videos. Take care of yourself and stay blessed. Bye now.